As December comes to a close, so does the tour of Montgomery County parks that Planning Director Casey Anderson embarked on in January of this year.
That's awesome.
I realized how much land.
We caught up with him at parks number 401 and 402, both located in Germantown. He was joined by resident and Councilmember Craig Rice first at Waters Landing Park.
Right, so you have the baseball diamond, and then you have the playground, and you have a picnic area and basketball court.
That's nice.
All encompassed together in one neighborhood park.
Yeah, that's really nice. And
Casey's like, amen, brother. Right, preach it. Preach it.
Anderson says it's been quite a journey, assessing each park and its amenities and general condition.
Because I like to ride my bicycle around, and Craig is always making fun of me for it, but I think that when you ride your bicycle around, you really get a perspective on everything in the community, because you're traveling at a speed that allows you to really take it all in. I've really been pleasantly surprised that almost every single park is really in pretty good shape. I think if you look around at this park where we're standing in Germantown, you see, the grass is cut, the landscape is pretty good, there's not a lot of weeds or trash lying around. I just noticed there's a little bit of an issue with the net on the basketball court, but if that's the worst thing that's going on in your park, you're not doing too badly.
He has documented his journey on social media, marking each visit with a photo. On many of his quests, Anderson was joined by residents, parks officials, and local leaders like Rice, who says Montgomery County parks offer so many opportunities.
It really is a great synergy. It really is important for us here in the Up County because we see so much expansion and growth that's happening. So many people are here, 100,000 people here in Germantown. And so from that perspective, to have amenities like this, a lot of people don't think about, but really appreciate it when it's right there in their backyard.
The 421 parks vary in nature. You have small urban parks like the Kemp Mill Urban Park and others like the Damascus Recreational Park, where you can see the giant wind chimes. The Montgomery County Park System includes more than 11% of the county's land area.
Particularly in urban areas, land is expensive, so if you don't acquire it in the first place when you have the chance, those opportunities may never come back again. It's why we made a significant investment in the urban park behind the library in Germantown, just a couple of miles from here.
It's really nice, it's really peaceful, and I like that there's places to sit over there. You can bring a book if the weather's nice.
There's a million people tugging on their sleeves, asking for more money for schools, more money for roads, more money for health and human services. All those things are critically important, but they never lose sight of the fact that parks are not optional. Parks are not a luxury. Parks are essential and basic and fundamental to what makes us have a great quality of life. And it's not just that they're nice to have and people enjoy them, they're critical to our economic competitiveness as well.
The duo also took in Gunners Lake Park, where Councilmember Rice has spent plenty of time.
My daughter actually plays soccer. Her team has their practices here. We have some of these densely packed neighborhoods. It's really important to put in amenities like this that folks will be able to use. We've got a townhouse development here, and there we've got mixed family to where we've got some townhomes and condos and apartments. So it's great to then couple that with fields, open spaces, areas, picnic areas, things like that, so that you get all of the amenities for a person within walking distance.
What is the message that you're going to be delivering to your staff and other leaders in the county about this whole journey?
Think carefully before you make a New Year's resolution, especially when you do it in public. We have a great park system, and now I can prove it. So anybody who comes to me and says, well, in my part of the county, you have to understand, we really got the short end of the stick when it comes to parks, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to say, well, actually, have you been to this park? Have you been to that park?
You know, we oftentimes think about the recreation activity, but this is social engagement. This is an opportunity for neighbors to get out of the house and speak to one another and engage with one another, which we typically don't see that much any longer. And so when we can build those community spaces that are there to bring our community together, to make them less siloed, it really does benefit us as a whole.
This has been a validation for me. There's a reason that our park system has won the National Recreation Park Association Gold Medal for being the best large park system in the country 6 times. That's more than any other park system in the world. And I think that this Parks Tour has really shown me why that is.
But our tour with these leaders wasn't all business. As part of the visits, Anderson and Rice decided to test out the equipment to make sure it was functioning properly. And in doing so, revealed their inner child.
It's like being a kid again.
Yes, folks.
To learn more about Anderson's journey, you can visit the park's website and follow the links to see where he's been. Reporting from Germantown, I'm Susan Kenedy.
Oh my God.
That's awesome.